with knowledge, with that you know, as if she knows something that you don't, and says you have no idea.
We're beginning to like Al.
No canoe and that.
No. We're too busy.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, I've just made some notes on
The walls in this large stone chamber are adorned with carvings of what must be members of the Caius family, worshipping Pelor and Bahamut. Along the walls are chunks of rubble.
What family?
Caius.
Okay. Does that call for a
the same names? The same names that were on.
Yes.
It's his tomb.
Right. Yes. Okay.
Along the walls are chunks of rubble that look like they once formed more sarcophagi. Bones litter the floor. Two intact sarcophagi have been moved to form a barricade in front of two corridors that lead out of the room. A sputtering lantern sits atop of each of these barricades, casting an eerie orange light over the crypt. The rancid lantern oil smells strongly of dead fish. I want everybody to roll a perception check.
20.
I have an 18.
18
Oh, wait,
plus 5 is 23.
18. 21, I have.
My perception is low.
You rolled a 2.
He doesn't notice that the staircase ends.
I am still concentrating on the previous room.
You realise that the smell of oil is too strong here, just for only a pair of sputtering lanterns. Maybe a little bit more oil here than you realise. That's what Michael realises. Oh, sorry, Lee Sim realises because he rolled a 20. And every time you roll a critical, I'm just going to give you a little bit extra.
Rolled a 23.
No, a natural 20.
Oh,
so you roll a natural 20.
Right. I see what you mean.
I rolled a 21, so I think we all had high perception apart from yonder cleric.
What's your
he was too busy guarding El's rear.
I was.
Oh god. Right.
Yeah. It was a split board.
My character Lucan would like to point out there is no such thing as turning the other cheek in this situation.
Right. I need my pencil.
Yes, you do.
Because now it's time to roll initiative.
Whoa.
D20, yeah.
Yep.
10.
Right, add up the multipliers.
Where's the initiative?
I have a 12 for initiative.
Where's initiative again? Down here somewhere.
Your initiative,
I'll be
I
very
believe,
low.
is at the top.
Oh, it's
Oh, wow.
20.
I see.
I see.
Right, keep those
Now
numbers.
we see a pattern emerging.
Keep those numbers in your head a second. Right.
Yes.
So who got the highest?
I rolled 12 with initiative boost.
I
I got a 10 with plus 2
So you got
initiative.
12.
I got 20 with plus 3.
I
Initiative. I
rolled
mean, like
So you got a 20.
10.
I got a really rubbish 4.
Right, so
Again, he was distracted. So.
I was too busy at being the butt of everyone else's jokes.
number again?
10.
Right, so
Oh my god.
Why is my initiative only 1?
Can I get you?
Giving it a good day.
It's your dexterity modifier.
Ah.
Is it your dexterity modifier or is it your dexterity modifier plus half your level? Well, it doesn't make a difference. It's to do with your
Half
dexterity.
of 1 is plus 0.5.
I've got strong willpower though.
What's your will?
18.
Oh, well, mine's 16.
That means I can
Mine
just
is
about do it.
30.
So you notice the two hobgoblins in the room.
Thank goodness.
Michael,
See.
you're going first.
Woo. Right.
Come on, we need to get rid of them.
So, but those in the way.
They are in the way. You can't climb over them.
What kind of cover do they provide to the goblins?
They get it's a -2 and a +2. So if you try and do a long range, they get a +2 to their armor class.
Right.
And you get a mine. No, you don't. It's just a +2 to arm class.
Okay.
So can I move then attack?
Yes, you can.
Is that how it works with it? Because I have a high stealth skill, so I could probably
Have they seen
move
us?
towards them.
No, because of the noise that you've made upstairs,
Right.
scream and go on. Well, maybe people move it there.
Yeah, my character could like to make a suggestion then, because his character is a rogue. Why don't our 3 main characters do a full-on standard charge, and
Yeah,
let his
because
character
I'll
sleep
hide.
up, and then hopefully he would have a slight advantage later on.
Now, how charge works, please help, Ben, because it's gone out of my mind.
It's been a while. But basically, if we just do a full front, just a straight attack,
It's a running attack, isn't it?
a run, and then we just.
So you're saying if he
No
foregoes
stealth.
his
But
turn this time,
yes.
we go, and then he tries to
he
sneak around.
comes round the shadows, and then hopefully by the second round he could possibly even be behind them, which would give him.
If you roll a stealth check against their...
Do I have to roll it before moving?
Yes,
Right.
because are you going to go first? Because you can also delay, which means that you
Yes.
could wait until somebody else's turn.
Yes.
You can move yourself down in the initiative.
That would make sense.
So do you want to charge first? Because I'll delay if you want to.
Or do you want to sneak around?
Or do you want us to sneak first?
Yeah, we'll make a ton of noise on the stairs, and then they'll think we're over there. And meanwhile, he's sneaking.
Would
in
there
the
be any
shadows.
benefit, statistics-wise, if we made a charge and left him to do a stealth check?
Well, it will give him a chance to flank if he
Yes.
gets round.
Yeah, that's all.
Then I concur.
Okay, then let's go.
Okay, so who's after him?
You see,
Unless you want to move, start moving now.
you'll move in the shadows.
The hobgoblin will be going next.
Yeah, you,
Right, I'll move first.
You go first, so you
Right.
can get through the shadows.
Right,
So
so
it's
you're
stealth
fighting against his perception now,
Right,
whether he sees you or not.
Yes. So what do we do there?
18 plus
Yeah.
5.
Right, the goblin doesn't see you.
So
As you snuck around. Now, going around corners, that would be 2 spaces.
right,
So you can't move diagonally, basically.
No, not round corners, but you can. Is that your full speed?
6, yeah.
Right. And I think going prone.
Oh, so he's there without being seen.
Yes.
I think 3.5.
That was very close as well from what I saw.
As well. I can
Yes.
roll something to without
Do you,
moving the sock up.
Squeeze through.
Yeah,
things,
something
yes.
like that.
I have a feat. There's a feat called Shapeshifting Contortionist that I can learn, which lets me squeeze through things
right,
and not. If I'm squeezing through things, I can not take a penalty, but I don't have it. But I can
Right.
take it in the
Yeah.
future, sort of thing.
I'm just looking here to see if going prone, like lying down. Yep. So that's only a minor action to lie down,
So,
So
if you
I
want to
can
lie
lie
down now,
and
Yeah.
then he won't see you.
Yeah, I like that. would that mean I'm dead?
On his face.
No, you just see you lying down like that. That's fine.
So we just advance
Notion
in
that all species lie very
assuming they
straight.
don't have any form of missile weapon, we can just literally walk
well,
away.
it's their turn next. So
Yes.
we'll see.
We'll find out.
We shall find.
Let's find out what they do.
Oh, and I'm the only one at the front now. Fantastic.
Well, it's women's lib, even in the world of D&D.
The hobgoblin readies his longbow,
Wonderful.
and he aims at L. What's your armor class?
Armor class is 15.
He missed.
Yes! Okay.
And that moves on to Dan.
I see. Why not?
Or Lucan.
Yes.
So it's Lucan, not Lucian.
Yeah, it's not Lucian, it's
Okay.
Lucan. Yeah, I did want to get that in there, but I thought against it eventually. Love Lucian. Anyway, well now. Are we moving as a unit or are we moving just singular?
Well,
We would all be taking turns to move.
Okay.
it's not that big of a room, so it's not like we can get that far apart.
Yes. Well, my movement speed is 7, therefore I don't think I'll reach them just yet. So I would like to. Can you attack me with the longbow?
Well,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. If we are charging, then I would just like to move into position with my teammates.
Yes.
Let's see.
I intend to just move in a straight line.
I don't intend to move in a straight line. I intend to zigzag a little bit, as to avoid the longbow fire. It
No,
is
he's
not
not-
wise to
he's-
walk straight.
If you get quite close,
He's not going to fire while you're moving because it's not his turn.
No.
Okay.
and the nearer you get, the less use his bow will be.
Okay.
So if you have a good long, what's your movement?
Yeah, 7.
So you've got 7. You're going
Does
to be up here
charging
somewhere.
affect your movement speed at all? Or is it just that you get an attack at the end of the movement?
You get a +2 to your attack roll.
Right,
Because
okay.
you're charged.
Okay. I see.
Assuming you're within range,
Yes.
obviously.
Yes, because you're only moving your speed.
What is attack range for these hobgoblins?
Now, I can't tell you the stats of these characters.
I see.
You only know what I tell you through.
The fight.
So
Is it
could-
possible to make a perception
could you
check
use a
based on what
perception
you
check?
know?
Could he
About
do a
hobgoblins.
perception check against the bow that he's using to estimate the range the bow has generally?
that would be standard action.
That would be a
So
standard
that would
action.
you wouldn't be able to attack. But
Yes.
arguably, if you can't move within range, you can't attack him anyway. So you might be better stuff doing
Making a
that.
standard
Yeah,
action.
drop something.
Is it still possible to move in full capacity and make a perception check?
You can still make a
Yes.
standard action and move, yeah.
Yes. Then I will make the perception check just to
Okay.
see what I know about this weaponry. Perception is
So
Okay.
13.
You know that it's made out of wood.
it fires some form of projectile.
Therefore, so
Fantastic.
so it's not helpful.
Presumably, if he can aim at me there, then he's going to be able to get you anywhere and it'll
Yeah.
kill myself.
Devil finger!
The hand of God reaches down and smites out.
The hand of Bahamut. Well, let's see. I shall move my 7 spaces.
Yes. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6,
7.
Okie dokie.
I strafed a little bit.
Oh, you jumped to the side.
Yes, I did.
Haha.
Haha.
Okay.
I believe I don't have any manners to make at this point.
Okay. Now it's the next hobgoblin.
Oh dear.
And the hobgoblin is going to. Just want to double check this here.
So do they not get a penalty to attack rolls even though they're on the other side of the barricade?
The wood.
They do, okay. I was just wondering because you didn't mention it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's because I forgot.
Fair enough.
Hey.
Thanks for reminding us. And the goblin is just going to. The goblin climbs over but trips and falls on his face, trying to climb over the sarcophagus.
Oh, that's handy.
That would. And then he spends a standard action to stand up, and he's standing on the sarcophagus. Suddenly, the sarcophagus collapses on itself, and he falls inside. And then you realise where the smell of the oil has actually come from. The sarcophagus is filled with oil. Now above is that sputtering lantern.
Yes.
I see.
I see.
And the sputtering lantern with the little bit of flame.
Oh my god!
the sparks go into the oil and set the hobgoblin on fire.
Yay!
And this goblin is screaming in pain with the fire, and he takes ongoing burn damage.
Okay.
Okay.
But he's still, like, prone
Alive.
in the coffin, but on fire.
Yes,
Right.
He's just lying there.
Just flapping.
Oh well, I'm glad we didn't do the first patch roll.
Because that would have happened.
That makes me feel
If
better
you went-
for Ted spending half an hour trying to figure out the puzzle in the last round.
Yes.
See, I was making saving throws there
Yeah,
to see whether he would have managed, but obviously he
He
failed.
didn't.
So if you were to stand on the sarcophagus, it would have happened to you.
Well, unless we're careful.
Unless-
But
yeah.
uh-huh.
Uh-huh.